Gameranx presents another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give us some first impressions and some straight up gameplay of the latest games releasing. As usual, I'm Jake Baldino, and today we got one that might be a little bit short. We're talking about Skyrim Special Edition. Let me just cut some of you guys off first and foremost. This video and this game is mostly for console players. Let's be completely real. The PC version, cranked up to 10 with a couple of mods, still might look much better than this version. But for people who only had the chance to play it on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, you got a pretty cruddy looking game, and now they get a much prettier one. So I will definitely say that for you console folks. If you have been looking for a new opportunity to play Skyrim and have it look much better, this is definitely it. I'm probably going to be talking about graphics most of the time because that's the only thing that's really truly changed. The game looks pretty damn good. While it's still not perfect, it has a lot of that signature Bethesda jank and glitchiness. Visually and atmospherically, this is the best version of Skyrim to date. This is the PS4 version running. I do have PC gameplay I'll show you guys in a little bit, but this is running smooth and it looks really nice. There's a lot going on you might notice, especially the lighting. The change to lighting is massive here. I did notice a little bit more of an emphasis on oranges and yellows. That really kind of heighten those colors, but it's only at certain times of day. What I really like here is just the lighting in terms of God rays and depth of field. The light constantly shining through trees is soft and realistic looking, and it almost feels effortless within this game engine. Not only that, but shadows are way improved and much more smoothed out. They don't look all choppy. The draw distance also seems much more impressive this time around, and it's worth noting that you can adjust the field of view on the console version, which is something you don't see often. And the depth of field is a nice addition. You know, depending on where you're looking in the game, the foreground or the background will blur out, but it's not perfect. It kind of cuts off abruptly at certain points and doesn't look quite right. And I think that's most apparent when you're in towns and when you're talking to NPCs and stuff, because ultimately there, the game doesn't look that much better. All the characters still look a little bit awkward. While they are sharper and more better lit, they still look a little weird. And the towns and cities and stuff, while they do have upgraded textures, still don't look quite amazing. But I think this game looks absolutely best when you're wandering through a dark cave or strolling through a forest or climbing a mountain, when the foliage and the lighting and all the atmospheric effects and fog and light and depth of field is working overtime. This game looks amazing. While you might not think other aspects of Skyrim hold up, the visuals certainly do when you're out exploring. This is a good looking game. Right here, you'll also notice the PC version that we recorded that also got upgraded lighting, better textures and stuff like that. And in terms of the real hardcore modder scene for the PC, this is a really great new foundation for modders to build upon. I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with, if they haven't run out of ideas yet. There's enough changes to visuals and details here and there that I do think the game will still warrant a playthrough. You'll notice little things that are different now, like the way clouds roll off hills and mountains, and the way certain items on a table may look because they've been completely retextured from top to bottom. And the actual game itself too is pretty good. While the combat seems to have not aged so well, the game is still fun from beginning to end, and you're gonna keep hella busy with the amount of dungeons and quests and side quests and things to explore. Not only that, since this is the special edition and the full package, you also get all the DLC, which I myself never really got a chance to fully explore and play through the first time around, and now I can. And I also want to acknowledge the mods on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They do work, and the integration is surprisingly smooth. While they're not perfect and they are going to be somewhat limited, definitely compared to its PC counterpart, there is still some tweaking here and some fun to be had and some extra content you can add, some graphical and visual changes, some changes to the actual core gameplay that I'm really looking forward to console players being able to experience for the first time. It's really, really cool. You create a Bethesda account online, then you log it into the game, and then you can access the whole mods marketplace for that console and easily download them as you please, and you can switch them on and off. I wasn't sure if Bethesda was really going to pull it off, but it's good. It feels honestly kind of like Steam Workshop. So my hat's off to them, absolutely. One thing that is important to note with these mods, however, is that the PlayStation 4 has a smaller size allotment for these mods, and it's clearly showing already. This will change, it will get more mods. The PS4 Skyrim only has like 40 something mods, and the Xbox Skyrim mods are already over 100. So right out of the gate, you might have a lot less available to you, and I just had to point that out. Things will probably get better, but still. What I can basically say about Skyrim Special Edition is that it's exactly what it says it is on paper. It's exactly what you're going to expect. If you spent 500 hours in Skyrim already, do I recommend you run out and buy this immediately? No, not quite. I think if you're that in-between person who maybe just never finished the original Skyrim and hasn't touched it in years, maybe this is your time to shine. This is your time to jump back in because you can get a much better version of the game and it's the complete package. It doesn't really seem like Bethesda screwed anything up with this conversion and upgrade, so that's good. And like I said, if you do pick it up and you go exploring and walking through a mountainous forest, you're going to see where Bethesda really spent the time to make this game look damn good. But other than that, it's exactly what you expect. More Skyrim. And I guess that's not totally a bad thing, right? But I do want to know what you guys think down in the comments of Skyrim Special Edition. If you did pick it up, if you are a console player, are you impressed with the visual upgrade? And is this your first time playing the game? I'm curious to see what you think as someone who hasn't touched the gameplay. I'm curious to hear how it feels to you. And if you're a PC player and maybe you have it on Steam and upgraded to the newer version, do you like it? Do you think it still holds a candle to your fully modded, maxed out version of the game? I'm looking forward to hearing any of your comments about this remastered Skyrim down in the comments below. I've already put a ton of hours into this version and I can't wait to put in some more. And if you guys have any questions on this game, be sure to ask me in the comments or on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino as well. You guys know the deal though, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it and it helps us do more before you buys. And subscribing if you're new is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.